All right, here we go with a repeat customer. Did a job for him about 10 years ago. Loved the paint job. Family member wanted to go ahead and take his bike for a spin, took his helmet, and this is what happens. So he decided to go ahead and get a little lid helmet, but he wanted the same style paint job, something similar to it. He brought in a favorite hat he likes to wear and wanted to kind of match it up to this lid. So I scuffed the helmet with about 500 grit, hit it with some dark sealer, hit it with some black base, and let it sit for a day, and there you go. Now I could have done this the easier way. I could have just gone ahead and just put camo over the whole thing, but I decided to divide it up into 6 sections just like the hat was. I'm sketching camo, so it's just like a bunch of off weird shapes. Don't kill yourself thinking about how you gotta make it perfect. Yeah, that fine line tape I just laid down, that's basically a guide. So once I go ahead and put down these other graphic images right here, I can figure out where the line is to cut it. So once I cut it, pull off the tape, everything looks like a separate little section. Yeah, it's pretty time consuming to go ahead and tape it all off and then tape it again and tape it again. But in the end, it looks good. But once you finish all this, you got to go ahead and make sure when you're unmasking it that you get every little piece, because I've had a few times in the past where I totally missed a little piece, cleared it, and then I had this bump on, and I swear I thought it was trash. It's underneath like 3 coats of clear and like 4 different colors of paint. Now I'm just trying to break up that whole graphic and add some shadowing so it doesn't look just like a bunch of slapped on stickers. And I'm not really worried about the little blowouts right there, because I'm going to just dust a little bit of black over it to look like it goes a deep shadow into the seam. Everything's going to be fine. And as I was untaping, I realized that I don't have any highlights from that black against the other black. So I put it back down, dusted a little bit of a white highlight just to kind of show sheen to it. And it kind of separates the two so it doesn't look like they just blend in. I'll go ahead and just put some paper down and sketch it out to kind of get a rough idea of what I'm looking at. Instead of just measuring it and getting to the vinyl shop and saying cut it out to this size, at least I can kind of see what it's going to look like before I get it cut. And this is how I do my like embroidering style lettering and stuff. I just use an old crap brush, use a nicer brush, airbrush it back and forth. And if you check out my other video I did before this one, the Angry Jeep Grill, covered in stars, done the same process, back and forth. The vinyl I had cut out really is not for masking, it's more of just a guide for my artwork. After I unpeel the whole thing, I'll redo the whole thing with the brush again and have it go outside the lines a little bit to kind of make it more look like stitch work. And that white line right there around the whole San Francisco logo is more of just a guide. I'll chase it back with some black lines and do a one over and finish detailing it and get it ready for clear. I didn't bother showing the sand down in the clear and re-clearing it again. You get the point. Right there's a little dirt right on his brim. I airbrushed a little darker spot right there on the brim too to kind of match up. And now you see the final stitch work, how it's all detailed out in the lines, but not really perfect. So there you go, nice little lid all custom painted to kind of go with his whole theme of San Francisco. Hope you all like it. Got any questions, any comments, just ask away. Like the channel, subscribe to it. Try to post a video like every month, probably sooner, later. Oh, and the moral story is, don't let anyone borrow your bike.